Today, we're diving into the latest iPhone 17 Air leaks, and there's some surprising news about the phone's design that you'll want to know. This leak has made a lot of fans wonder if Apple's next generation of iPhones will actually achieve the level of slimness they were hoping for. Let's unpack the details. Now, the iPhone 17 Air, which is also being called the iPhone 17 Slim, has been generating plenty of buzz for one main reason: its potential design. Rumors hinted that Apple was aiming to make this one of its thinnest iPhones yet, possibly even breaking records. But there's more to this story, as recent leaks suggest that it might not be as slim as we first thought. So here's what we know. The iPhone 16, Apple's current thinnest phone, measures about 7.8 millimeters. The expectation for the iPhone 17 Air was that it would be significantly slimmer, giving it a really sleek profile. Although Apple hasn't provided any official numbers, fans and industry experts were speculating in depth well below the 7.8 millimeters mark. The source of this new information, a report from McRumors, they brought attention to a leak posted by a reliable source, Youth1122, who regularly posts updates on their blog. According to industry sources, Apple encountered some roadblocks in their plans to make this phone ultra-thin. The company was reportedly counting on a new type of battery with a thinner substrate, but it appears that technical difficulties combined with higher production costs are impacting this plan. Instead of the advanced, slimmer battery Apple wanted, they might have to revert to an older battery model, which is around 6 millimeters thick, and as a result, that super thin profile may no longer be possible. On top of that, there's another factor that's expected to keep the iPhone 17 Air from reaching its desired thinness: the chip technology. Apple's original plan was to integrate a smaller 2nm chip, which would have contributed to a slimmer device. However, rumors now indicate that Apple won't be implementing the 2nm chip until at least the iPhone 18. So, for the iPhone 17 Air, we're looking at a thicker 3nm chip, another obstacle in achieving a slim design. This chip decision is also likely linked to both cost and production limitations, or whatever the reason, it's disappointing news for anyone who hoped the iPhone 17 Air would set a new standard for slimness. Despite these setbacks, Apple still seems committed to pushing the envelope with the iPhone 17 Air's overall design and specs. Some exciting features are still expected. First, let's talk about the display. Apple is rumored to be including a large 6.7-inch OLED display panel with a new technology called Touch and Display Driver Integration. This could enhance both the responsiveness and brightness of the screen, making it a premium visual experience. Additionally, there's a hint that Apple will be incorporating an Apple-made Wi-Fi chip, which is a significant step toward in-house development. If that of a thicker device, it's worth remembering that these are early leaks. Apple is known for overcoming technical challenges and could still find a way to surprise us. So, while this may seem like a setback, Apple's engineers might just pull a last-minute innovation that keeps the iPhone 17 Air slimmer than expected. That's it for today. Make sure to hit that like button if you found this update helpful. Subscribe to stay on top of the latest iPhone leaks, and let us know in the comments, how important is a super thin design to you? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Now let's dive into the exciting showdown between two of the biggest heavyweights in the smartphone world: Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max and Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra. Both of these phones push the boundaries of mobile technology, offering cutting-edge features and exceptional performance. But which one takes the crown as the best big phone of 2024? Let's dive in and compare them side by side. Design. Starting with the design, both phones have distinct looks that reflect their brand identities. The iPhone 16 Pro Max stays true to Apple's iconic rectangular shape with flat sides and soft corners. This year, it features an even slimmer bezel, allowing for a larger 6.9-inch display. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra, on the other hand, keeps its sleek, curved edges and integrates the ever-popular S Pen, a feature unique to Samsung's Ultra series. Size-wise, the differences are minimal. The iPhone 16 Pro Max measures 163 millimeters at 77.6 millimeters, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra is slightly shorter, but a bit wider at 162.3 millimeters x 79 millimeters. That extra width allows room for the S Pen, which gives Samsung an edge in productivity. Apple, however, introduces something new this year: the camera control button, a capacitive touch key that allows for zooming and other camera controls with a swipe. When it comes to color options, Apple sticks with its sophisticated muted tones: white, black, natural, and the new Desert Titanium. Samsung goes for more variety with options like titanium violet and yellow. And for those ordering through Samsung's website, you get access to exclusive colors like titanium blue and green. Display. Now, onto the display. Both phones deliver top-tier screen technology. The iPhone 16 Pro Max boasts a 6.9-inch OLED display with a buttery-smooth 120Hz refresh rate. As with the iPhone 15 Pro series, you also get the always-on display feature, which lowers the refresh rate to just 1 Hz when the phone is idle. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra isn't far behind with its stunning 6.8-inch AMOLED display that also supports 120Hz refresh rates and an always-on feature. One advantage Samsung brings is an anti-reflective coating, making outdoor visibility much easier in bright sunlight, something the iPhone lacks. Both displays are breathtakingly vibrant, but there are subtle differences in color. The iPhone 16 Pro Max tends to lean towards warmer yellowish tones, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra has a cooler, more tealish hue. A standout feature for the iPhone 16 Pro Max is its ability to drop its brightness to just 1 nit for easier nighttime viewing, great for late-night scrolling. Performance. Now let's talk about what's under the hood. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is powered by Apple's latest A18 Pro chip, built on a second-generation 3nm process. This makes it incredibly efficient, with significant improvements in heat dissipation and sustained performance compared to its predecessor, the A17 Pro chip. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra is no slouch either. It runs on the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, custom-tuned for Galaxy devices. While the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 performs well, especially in gaming and graphics-intensive tasks, it tends to throttle a bit sooner than Apple's A18 Pro under extreme stress. In benchmark tests, the iPhone 16 Pro Max leads in CPU performance, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra takes the edge in 3D graphics, scoring slightly higher in peak performance. However, Apple's new chip excels in long-term sustained performance, so if you're planning on pushing your phone to its limits, the iPhone may have a slight edge. Camera next. Let's discuss one of the most critical aspects of any flagship phone, the cameras. The iPhone 16 Pro Max features a 48-megapixel main sensor paired with a new 48-megapixel ultra-wide sensor and a 12-megapixel telephoto lens with 5x optical zoom. Apple has also introduced a new lens coating to minimize lens flare, addressing a common complaint in previous models. On the flip side, Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra brings its camera game with a 200-megapixel main camera, a 50-megapixel zoom lens, a 10-megapixel telephoto camera with 3x zoom, and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide sensor. Samsung has packed in more megapixels, but remember, megapixels aren't everything. The iPhone tends to produce more natural-looking photos, whereas the Galaxy S24 Ultra sometimes leans into oversaturation, delivering more vibrant images. In low-light photography, both phones perform exceptionally well, but Samsung's larger sensor can capture more detail in some scenarios. For video, the iPhone takes the crown with its 4K recording at 120 frames per second, ideal for capturing stunning slow-motion footage. While Samsung's camera app offers tons of customization, Apple's new camera control button provides a more intuitive experience for videographers. Battery life and charging. In terms of battery life, the iPhone 16 Pro Max packs a 4,685 mAh battery, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra edges it out with a 5,000 mAh battery. Both phones are more than capable of lasting through a day of heavy use, but Samsung's slightly larger battery may give it a slight advantage. When it comes to charging, Samsung takes the lead. The Galaxy S24 Ultra supports 45-watt wired charging compared to the iPhone's 20-watt charging speed. Samsung also has reverse wireless charging, which allows you to charge other devices like earbuds on the back of your phone, something Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max doesn't offer. Software. Lastly, let's compare software. Both iOS and One UI are polished, mature operating systems, but they offer different user experiences. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is a fantastic choice. But if you're looking for more customization options, better charging speeds, and love the idea of an S Pen, Galaxy S24 Ultra might be the perfect phone for you. Ultimately, both of these phones are top-tier devices with a ton to offer. Whichever one you choose, you're getting a powerful, feature-packed smartphone that will keep you ahead of the curve in 2024.